Welcome back, guys. Look what Michael's bought. So you know Michael from the channel. Are you happy with your purchase, Michael?
Yeah, so far.
Basically the G-Wiz is broken. It's a bit of a long story, but Michael's picked this up cheap. Pretty cheap, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty cheap. It didn't have any batteries. So what he's gone and done is, so rather than go and spend a fortune on lithium ion batteries, Michael's just tried to get it going with just normal lead acid batteries. So the way it works, you've got 8 6-volt batteries in here to make a total of 48 volts. So these are the batteries, all the wiring. He's had a bit of a nightmare with the wiring because the guy didn't give you the actual like harness first of all, did he?
No, no harness, nothing.
Yeah, so we've had to kind of figure stuff out, but basically it's all together now, and there is a problem. It does actually turn on, but the charger looks like it's fried. So we're trying to work out what to do.
There is fried resistor.
Yeah, there's like basically like a fried. There's a resistor in there that you can see that. Yeah, you can see that resistor there is nasty. So something's happened there. We're trying to find someone that can repair power supplies, but also there might be a way of just, you know, grabbing a 48 volt charger and just, you know, using it. It is controlled by CAN bus, this charger, so the car kind of like can monitor and regulate when the thing charges. You've got this Curtis controller, so this is a DC controller for the motor, and then so this is like an EMS which controls, you know, all the lights and everything else, just basically like a kind of an ECU really, isn't it? I suppose.
And controls when charging batteries.
Oh yeah.
But now wiring is disconnected from this.
From that. Yeah.
Now where is the wiring? I lost it.
Lost it.
I lost the wiring. I was there.
Something there.
There was plug and the control batteries to make sure it's charged in balance.
Oh yeah, that's right, because they have equalisers, and that's what all these extra cables are here, like kind of taps, balance taps. They're all fused actually as well, which is good. Yeah, they will sense, so it makes sure each battery stays within good voltage sort of tolerance. Otherwise, if one goes down, then it, you know, it's not going to know, and you're going to get one battery just getting really hot. So yeah, the charger's broken, and the thing with the charger, it also has a DC to DC converter in there as well. So we're not actually getting any 12 volt happening. And Michael has kind of been fiddling around, and if you actually, that is where 12 volts should come out of the charger. It doesn't have an auxiliary battery either, the G-Wiz, so it's kind of, it gets its 12 volt from its 48 volt, if that makes sense. It sort of steps 48 volt down to 12. But if we put 12 volts on here, it will literally light up. Do you have to put 12 volts on that before anything starts and before the car moves?
They have to be constantly 12 volts.
Yeah, I was going to say it won't move without that, will it?
Will move without that, but they have to be 12 volts because otherwise it's not going to work. Central locking.
Yeah.
And other bits.
So would it work now? Would it literally just move forward? What, when you turn the key?
Yes.
So it still clicks that relay when you turn it on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So there must be ignition wires. How would that work?
I don't know how they work exactly, but it works.
It works. So yeah, quite an interesting little project, but it's got a little way to go yet before you can hoon it around the streets of New Barnet. But it's quite interesting because there's a big community for this now. There's already people out there that have kind of worked all this stuff out. There's a Facebook group, there's a website and stuff that we found that, you know, has all the information, has all the wiring diagrams, all that stuff. So it's a pretty well supported little car. There's a lot of people doing lithium ion conversions and stuff on them, but yeah, it's very, very expensive doing that. You're looking at like 3, 4, 5 grand plus, and if you spent like a few £100 on the car, like to get a rolling chassis, then it's the battery that's the killer. This is what always is going to be the problem. The battery is the most expensive bit. So Michael was just saying that there was like, how many sold in this country? About 1,000?
There was sold 1,000 cars.
1,000 cars?
Yeah, since 2004 or 5. Yeah, but till next year there is registered and on tax.
Yeah.
147, I think.
So there's 147 left. So there's like
I mean about
800
850 cars.
somewhere.
Gone.
That's mad. So maybe the batteries have failed because the lead acid batteries don't last very long, do they?
Let's say for about 2.5, 3 years.
2.5, 3 years, and it's still £1,000 worth of batteries. Still like £1,000 worth of batteries to get this running with just lead acid. So yeah,
I just interested where is 850 cars and no
got
parts.
me somewhere. I'm going to scout. I mean, they must come up for they're probably in barns. And, who knows? They could be.
But there is no parts and 850 cars gone.
There's no parts on eBay, no. That's mad, isn't it? So keep a look out, guys. You might find yourself a cheap G-Wiz with no batteries, but bear in mind it's going to cost you a fortune to put new ones in it.
Better.
So we're on the lookout trying to find a charger at the moment. Michael's found this one. It looks okay. The standard charger in here is probably charging these, I think, from what it says on the label. It's 2,200 watts, so it's something like 40 amps going into this 48 volt battery. But Michael's found this one on Amazon. Basically a golf cart charger, 48 volt, 20 amps,
yeah.
and
it's 15, I think
300 quid.
Yeah, it's 300 quid, and there's it's 1,200 watts.
See, you know, it's still going to take a while, but it's
Let's say charging time between 4 to 8 hours.
yeah, but that doesn't.
But I don't
depends
know
what the
what
capacity.
battery.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got some pretty high power batteries in there. You've got 225.
225
amp hour.
Yeah, that means with 20 amps I'm gonna charge about 10 hours.
Yeah, absolutely right. With different losses and stuff, it might. But of course, the batteries aren't going to be flat.
No.
So you know, you're never going to run them completely down. But what did they say the range? What was the standard battery in here? Is it 100 amps?
No, it's same 200 amps.
Oh, it's 200.
200 or 200 and yeah, I think 200 amps.
And the range? What was the range on that lead acid battery?
Manufacturers say about 50 miles.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably about right.
I get about 35.
Yeah. See, because the Twizzy's got I think it's 120 amp hours, but because it's lithium, it's a little bit more efficient. So it does about 40 miles at 30 mile an hour. So that's the difference. Because it's lead acid, you need that much more capacity to actually counteract the fact that the battery technology is old and you know, the efficiency isn't great. Same with charging as well. What you put in is not necessarily going to all get absorbed as energy in the battery. It's going to, you know, be lost as heat or anything else. It's going to work. You just need to get a charger. Right. Despite all of this, it does actually move. He tells me. He's sitting on the batteries. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Wicked. Can't do that in many cars. Oh mate, it is cool, isn't it?